Infinite Game is a book that discusses the difference between finite and infinite mindset, while illustrating the importance of infinite leadership in organizations. Who should read this book? Do you want to be a good leader? Do you want to have a great purpose in life beyond earning money from work? Do you want to build a business that lasts for a long time? If you are someone who can answer yes to any of these questions, this book is an excellent read for you. What can you learn from this book? You will learn the difference between finite and infinite mindset. You will learn to work towards a larger purpose in life. You will learn the issues in modern leadership as well as how to be a good leader. You will learn why and how you should do a business for the benefit of employees, investors, and customers. Let's take a look at the summary of the book. There are finite games as well as infinite games in the world. Games like football and basketball are finite games where we have known players, fixed rules, predefined time, and a winner at the end of the game. On the other hand, infinite games doesn't have rules, fixed number of players, time period, or a winner at the end. The purpose of an infinite game is to keep the game in play for long as possible with continuous improvement. Business is an infinite game. It doesn't have rules, known players, time frame, or a winner. The author explains the importance of leading with infinite mindset and playing the business as an infinite game using various strategies and the obstacles you face in doing so. In modern world, many leaders lacks infinite mindset and hence leads companies to failures with finite actions. These finite-minded leaders focus on beating the competition, becoming the best and achieving metrics that doesn't align with the long-term vision of company. The author suggests that every business should have a just cause. Just cause is a vision in future that does not exist. The vision should be so good that people will be willing to make sacrifices in order to move towards that vision. The joy we get from winning is temporary. But the satisfaction we get from working towards a just cause is considerably high. According to the author, we don't have to create our own just cause. We can joining someone's or group of people's just cause. The author uses a perfect example to make readers understand the concept of just cause. Nikolai Vavilov is a Russian botanist who started building a seed collection to prevent hunger and prevent an ecological disaster. This was his just cause. He wanted to have backup of seeds in a seed bank so that humans can survive as long as possible in case of a disaster. He was doing this in the middle of a major siege. The cause was so good for him and his team, they were willing to sacrifice their lives to protect the seed collection for the future. His vision was successful and now we have hundreds of seed banks around the world. Author explains that a business should not be started just to earn money. Every business should have a responsibility to advance a cause. According to the author, a business should have three main responsibilities. Number 1, advance a purpose. Number 2, protect people and environment. Number 3, generate profit. As you can see, profit comes last for businesses with infinite approach, while profit comes first for businesses with finite approach. First priority is advance a cause, a larger vision in future. Secondly, business should be done in a way that doesn't harm the environment. Also, business should protect customers, employees, and investors regardless of the situation. In order to build such a business, we need resources, will from the employees as well as trusting teams. Author argues that resources are tangible and finite. However, will from the employees can be unlimited. In order to get the best out of your employees, company need to have a good vision that employees are willing to contribute as well as make them understand the vision first. Then, you have to create a working environment that employees are willing to give their best. The next thing you need to advance the cause is to have a trusting team. If the employees trust each other, they are likely to discuss their mistakes, ask for help from others, be honest and show areas of concern in your company. When the employees don't trust each other, they are likely to hide everything and stay quiet, creating infinite damage to the company. The responsibility of a good leader is to create trust between team members and find people who are creating negative impact in the company. Then the leaders have to coach them and make them fit into a set of people who trust each other. When a business doesn't have a larger vision in future, Employees tend to work towards their own interests without thinking about the business or customers. Ethical fading: one of the problems we see in such situations. Ethical fading is the act of doing unethical things in order to meet your own personal goals or meet arbitrary company targets. The author explains this using a great real-world scenario where employees of a bank opened millions of fake bank accounts on behalf of existing customers and closed them after some time to meet the company targets assigned to them. Also, the author explains how many modern businesses deceive the consumers by using soft terms that justifies ethically questionable decisions. The consumer feels that the business is doing these things to improve the benefits for them while the actual benefits are only directed towards the company. Then, we come to the concept of worthy rival for advancing our cause. Worthy rival is another company or person that does similar work to our business and inspires us to keep improving and be better. In traditional business, we hate competitors and do whatever it takes to beat the competitors and get advantage. However, in Infinite Game, we should welcome worthy rivals and use them to improve our business as well as advance towards a common cause. The author uses a great example to illustrate this concept. Due to 2008 stock market crash, two major car companies were on the verge of bankrupt. At the time, Alan Mulally was the CEO of Ford Company, which didn't have major impact from the crash. Finite-minded leader would have loved to see the other two companies go bankrupt. Instead, Mulally considered them as worthy rivals and endorsed for the bailout of these two companies. He thought that those companies were essential in order to motivate Ford to improve continuously. Also, he knew that if these companies go out of business, suppliers would struggle, causing an issue for Ford as well. So, considering good competitors as worthy rivals allows businesses to take an attitude of improvement. According to the author, another major concept in following your cause is the existential flexibility. In his own words, existential flexibility is the ability to initiate an extreme disruption to a business model in order to advance towards the just cause. When we look into the future, if the leader sees that current business model cannot be used to work towards the vision, leader need to flex and do necessary changes to adapt. Authors discusses several great examples of businesses who flexed and improved as well as businesses which didn't flex and failed in the end. Steve Jobs in Apple saw the GUI technology developed by Xerox and decided to work towards it even when they have spent millions of dollars in different directions. In the end, he succeeded and continued his vision. On the other hand, American railroads, Blockbuster Video and major book publishers didn't flex when they saw the future changes and failed badly in the end. In order to play the infinite game, the leaders should have the courage to take bold decisions and risks in order to pursue the cause. This book is a fascinating book that discusses how to run a business as an infinite game. However, there are many things that people can add to their own lives by acting with infinite mindset and a bigger cause. Let's take a look at some of the key lessons from this book. Money as a result, not a purpose. Often, people start a business or start a job with the purpose of making money. We measure the growth by amount of money generated. When we have this attitude, every decision is made towards earning more money rather than provide an excellent service or looking for long-term success. The author mentions that money is a result of what we do, not the purpose of doing things. When I started my writing career, I looked for websites that paid more for articles. So, I had to write the topics they wanted rather than what I wanted to write. As soon as I realized money should not be the purpose, I started looking for sites that has better reputation and focuses more on the quality of content. Once I started writing for them, money didn't come fast. However, I got invited to write books by major publisher, got many additional teaching opportunities and got very good reputation. After doing quality work, lot more money came in as a result. So, always think money as a result, not a purpose. Learn to control growth strategically. When we start a business or job, most people want to grow quickly. However, growth is not always a great thing. I recently experienced this with a startup courier service. They started very small with few experienced courier people and served only one province. The service was very good and lots of packages came in on a daily basis. Then, they decided that they want to grow by serving the other states. Initially, it worked as they were slowly starting branches one by one in states with most packages. However, the success made them want to grow rapidly and hence they started branches everywhere within a month. It only lasted few months. The staff was inexperienced and hence service became very poor. Also, they didn't have systems or processes to manage large number of branches. They had close many branches and start again from scratch. The reason was they didn't know how to control the growth. If you want to grow, first you have to ask why you want to grow. For most people in business, the reason is more money. More growth doesn't not always give you more money. Especially when you are starting, in many situations you can earn more working alone than starting a company and hiring staff. So, it's important that you check if growth will actually serve your purpose. Then, you have to check if you have the resources and processes to grow without looking the quality of your service or products. If you find that growth will actually hurt your purpose, you have control it by putting limitations until you are ready. Don't let fear choose the finite option at the risk of doing infinite damage. Assume that you work for a courier company that guarantees same-day delivery. Your company receives delivery requests through phone as well as website. You have to do same-day delivery regardless of the number of packages and your boss is very strict on that. Let's say your area is having heavy rains in an unexpected time. Now, people are starting to send more packages through courier as they can't go out due to bad weather. So, you get more packages than you normally handle. Also, due to bad weather, it takes more time to deliver each package to the client. You have multiple problems now. Now, you are feared that your boss might fire you for not being able to handle all the deliveries on same day. So, you choose a finite option by switching off the phone time to time or making it hard for customers to reach you through phone. Since customers can't reach you easily, they choose other courier services for delivery. So, you only get limited number of packages that you can handle within the day and hence you don't have to worry about getting fired. As you can see, due to the fear, you choose the finite option and caused infinite damage to your company by losing many potential long-term customers. If you were an infinite-minded person, you would have discussed the issues with your boss and find a feasible solution as well as inform the customers about potential delays due to weather. So, always go for the infinite option without creating infinite damage through finite choices. Be resilient, instead of being stable. Being stable means remaining the same. Often, people say they want to be stable in life before they make big decisions. For example, we are in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic and many people have lost their jobs and business. A stable person in this situation is someone who can survive the effects of this pandemic and start where he left off before the pandemic. As you can see, being stable is good. However, author asks us to be resilient instead of being stable. Resilient person is transformed by such situation and comes up better than before. In this case, a resilient person will use the pandemic to learn, explore more ways to handle such situations and become better with their work after the pandemic. So, always try to be a resilient person. Try to be better, not the best. Assume that you have a YouTube channel and you are teaching people about public speaking. If you are a finite-minded person, your goal will be to become the best YouTube channel for public speaking. So, you will create videos that will get most users, most views and most subscribers without thinking about the quality of content. Once your channel becomes the channel with largest user base, you may feel you have achieved the goal. But it only takes few good videos from other channels to beat you. So, you will have to continuously put up videos that will get most views and keep chasing the other channels to become the best. On the other hand, infinite-minded person will not be worried about the temporary achievements such as numbers of views, subscribers and becoming the top channel. Their focus will be on improving the quality of their content while continuously improving the speaking ability of their viewers. So, don't work to be the best. Instead, work to be better every day. Learn to keep the game in play. Assume you are the only second-hand bookseller in your area, and you have a large user base. Second-hand books are popular in many countries, as people can't afford the price of brand-new books. So, they come to you as you are the only option. The problem with second-hand book buying is that a customer can only buy what's available in your collection. You may only have one copy from most of the second-hand books. On the other hand, when buying brand-new books, they can buy the titles they want instead of selecting from the titles you have in the collection. Now, assume another second-hand seller is starting business in your area. If you are a finite-minded person, you will try to get the other seller out of the game by giving discounts or more benefits than the other person. However, infinite-minded person understands that keeping the game in play is the best option. So, he will welcome the other seller into the market. The availability of two sellers means there is more chance of customers finding the books they need from one of the two sellers. Which means they will keep using second-hand books without going to brand-new books. Also, many people read for entertainment. If the books they want are hard to find, they will easily switch to different entertainment mediums such as television or games, which are cheaper options than reading. As you can see, the finite-minded person puts the business at risk by throwing the competitor out of the game. The infinite-minded person reduces the risk to the business by using the competitor to keep the game in play, and keep customers without letting them switch. Learn to flex for your cause. Infinite-minded people looks ahead to the future and identifies potential problems that could affect their cause. Then they flex, instead of adjusting or trying to remove the problem. Assume that you are an owner of a courier service. Your vision is to provide same-day package delivery to everyone at lowest cost. You have all the processes and staff to maintain the operations based on your vision. Now, assume that you look into the future to see the challenges and improvements needed for your company. There is a lot of discussion about drone-based parcel delivery in the near future. That's the perfect solution to achieve your vision, as drone-based delivery might be a quicker and less expensive solution. If you are an infinite-minded person, you will see this as a great opportunity. You will start preparing for the future by learning how drone-based delivery will work. You will also prepare your systems and staff to handle drone-based delivery once it's available. On the other hand, if you are a finite-minded person, you won't like the change and adapting to new technology, systems and processes. So, you will try to remove the problem by preventing drone companies from getting into the market or finding potential problems of drone-based delivery and exposing them to public. So, always be infinite-minded person and try to flex when you find new challenges that aligns with your vision. Leave your company in a better place than you started. What author means by this is that we should work for the success of the company. Often, it's the opposite where people leave the company for a better place. You might be doing enough work for your salary or you may be doing more than expected of you. However, most important thing is whether the company has become successful than when you started. If the company is firing people and going downwards while you earn promotion and bigger salary, it's not ideal for the long-term success of you and the company. So, find ways to use your full potential to improve the company and bring more new opportunities to the company. Create an environment where people can work at their best. People like to feel safe, important and appreciated in their work. When the working environment doesn't support these needs, they tend to just survive in work and get their salary. If you are a leader, you have to create an environment where employees feel safe and important so that you can get the best out of them. If you are an employee, you should look for a company that provides a comfortable working environment. Following are some of the essentials in an environment where people can work at their best. People should feel that their job is safe. Then they will be willing to show the problems in company and accept any mistakes done by them. People should feel their work and ideas are important. Leaders should listen to their ideas and appreciate their work. People should know where the company is going. People should know whether the projects are being successful or becoming failures. People should be able to work independently on a given tasks without managers telling them how to do it. So, create an environment where people can work at their best. My rating. I will rate the book as 10 out of 10. Reasons for perfect rating. The book clearly explains the difference between infinite and finite mindset, as well as we should take the infinite approach. Also, the real-world examples used to explain the concepts makes it very easy to understand the importance of infinite game. Apart from that, the lack of proper leadership in modern leaders and its impact is explained in detail. All these details makes it a perfect book. Next reads. Start with Why is also written by Simon Sinek, a best-selling author who is an expert in leadership. The book is about how great leaders inspire others to take action. However, the concept of thinking about why you do things is essential to finding the purpose of our life and work. Reading this book may help you think about everything you do and only take action on purposeful activities that aligns with your why. Finite and Infinite Games is a book written by James P. Carse. In this book he talks about the characteristics of finite and infinite games as well as the importance of them. This is the book that inspired Simon Sinek to research more about this concept and write the Infinite Game book. Therefore, this should be a good read if you want to learn more about finite and infinite games. The content of this video is my own opinions about the content of the book and how it helped me to improve. You might have different opinions based on your previous readings as well as how it helped you. I recommend you to read this book. The link to the book is available in the description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video to watch more videos related to personal development books.